What is going on, guys? Jesse504 here, bringing you week 6 in the LBT. This week we are going up against Francis, coach of the Mega Riolus, and their season isn't going too strong. They came in as a replacement and then kind of have just been unlucky in their games, which sucks. I'm 3-2. We started out 0-2 and we're kind of on that rebound. But I really want to win this game. If I'm at 4-2, then I'm not locked for the playoffs, but I definitely feel a lot better about making them. So, yeah. Matchup this week, I kind of like. It has some big threats up top, but then once I can get those out of the way, I don't feel too threatened. Mega Lucario, Mewtwo, Heatran, Grimmsnarl, Mandibuzz, Amoonguss, Seismitoad, White Kyurem, Silvally, Zapdos, and Jellicent. So, kinda, Mega Lucario, if it gets going, it can do a lot, but I have a lot of ways to just outspeed and KO it, so if it's just outsped and KO'd, it's not that strong because it's not very bulky. Mewtwo, I'm really scared of. It's just very versatile, really quick too, speed tying the Mega Gengar. And that's kind of just another thing, is that we have a lot of speed ties on this team, which makes it somewhat interesting. I have to run a lot of close to, if not just full 252, 252s, to just speed tie and just do damage. Obviously, I could try with some more bulk, but I like it like this. Starting out with my Solgaleo, Kill Leader Solgaleo, Sunsteel Strike, EQ, Psychic Fang's Agility. I really like that set this week. Psychic Fangs can help, obviously, break through Grimmsnarl's screens if they're up. Obviously, I can't do that right in front of the Grimmsnarl, but I can just Sunsteel Strike it to break them down. Or I can Sunsteel Strike the Grimmsnarl, then Psychic Fangs it. EQ is great for coverage. Yeah. Up next, we got the Nightmare Fuel, the Mega Gengar. 4 attacks Mega Gengar this week. I don't think there's really too much that I can sort of trap and set up on. Maybe the Amoonguss, if that thing comes, but I don't see that coming when this Gengar's just sitting there. And then other than that, there just really isn't anything that I want to really trap and feel comfortable setting up on. It's mostly just trap and revenge. So I kind of want to get Mega'd early so I can do that pretty reliably. But just having this diverse move pool lets me hit pretty much everything for at least neutral, if not super effective. Or it lets me hit everything neutrally and most of the things super effectively, which I really like. Up next, Choice Banded. Cinderace, I really like this week. I've been playing with it now that it's released on ladder, having a lot of fun with that. High Jump Kick, Power Ball, U-Turn, Sucker Punch. I really think that's all that I really needed to just go in. The Pyro Ball switch-ins aren't that great, aside from Seismitoad and Jellicent if that thing comes. But I don't see the Jellicent coming, and Seismitoad can kind of just get beaten by a lot of my team, even though I don't pack a Grass-type move, I think, anywhere on this team. I still just... Seismitoad doesn't really have any reliable form of recovery. So I can kind of just pretty much capitalize on that, which... and then aside from Seismitoad, Jellicent, if that thing comes, can take a Pyro Ball, but not much else. Up next, we got Lando T, or not Lando T, Lando I. I'm actually using a Sheer Force set this week with Earth Power, U-Turn, Sludge Wave, and Psychic. Just a Life Orb Sheer Force set. I was considering scarfing it, but I ended up going with a different scarfer. But yeah, Earth Power, U-Turn, Sludge Wave, Psychic. This is really all I needed. Just a set where the actual Sheer Force moves came in handy this week. Although, if I go ahead and open up my prep doc, I might want Grass Knot specifically to hit the Seismitoad. So just bear with me as I try to decide on that. I'm kind of iffy on if I want to do that right now. Go ahead and look at what's weak to poison. 2 things are weak to poison. No, those 2 immunities to poison. Only 1 poison weak mon. Only 1, or 2 grass weak mons. Only, if I'm looking at this correctly, yeah. 2 grass weak mons. So a lot of resists, but again, poison. Poison actually only hits 1 thing super effectively, and that is the Grimmsnarl, which takes a lot from Earth Power. So yeah, Grass Knot, although it's not Sheer Force boosted, I think that's the way that I'm running. Actually, I didn't want to get rid of Psychic. I still want Psychic. I meant to get rid of Sludge Wave. Okay, cool. Up next, we got my big black Kyurem with the Choice Scarf this week. I know I'm not running Dragon Dance, probably a first time me not running Dragon Dance, but I don't really know. Again, this team's just so threatening. There's not really room to set up on too much. So just Icicle Spear, Dragon Claw, Earth Power, Iron Head, mixed Kyurem. Earth Power can do what it needs to do, OHKO the Heatran, which is otherwise just a great switch into this thing, but it has to be wary of that Earth Power, especially if I look like I'm physical, and then I just bust out an Earth Power that would just decimate that thing. Yeah. And then, last but not least, Buzzwole. I'm using a substitute Buzzwole this week, which I really like. Has two reliable forms of recovery, or I guess not reliable, but just like two forms, the way that recover that health off using Leech Life and Leftovers. And then I can kind of sub up on a lot of things and then just feel safer, especially when I'm staring down like a Mewtwo or something. I don't have to fear that quite as much, or a little bit of speed in case the Heatran tries to creep me. Yeah, so this is the team that I'll be rocking with. See you guys in the battle. Alrighty, opponent just sent us the challenge. Let's get into it. And we see on team preview, no Mega Lucario, no Mewtwo. Two threats completely out of the way. And what do we see? Kyurem White, now the most threatening thing on the team. Heatran, Zapdos, Silvala, I'm not sure what type. Grimmsnarl, and Seismitoad. So, I think what I want to do, I have plenty of solid lead options, but I think that I could see just a solid Heatran lead, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and lead. Oh, okay. Kyurem White is the lead. Not really sure how to feel about that one. I might just go for an Earth Power for big damage on it, because I don't have a good switch in for this thing, and we can also find out if it's Scarf that way. If it's Scarf, it's going to require something more complicated to take out. If it is not Scarf, I should just easily be able to revenge it with my own Kyurem or with the Buzzwole, depending on what I want to do. It is not Scarfed. Just Toxics me, actually. That's great. That's actually really nice. So, let me just go ahead and calc this real quick. Landorus, I believe I'm 252. Special attack. Nature doesn't matter. Sheer force. With a life orb. Earth Power, and then Psychic is the other move I want to look at. Against a Kyurem White. Psychic should KO. Just goes into Zapdos. Okay. See, that's why I wanted to Psychic, was to be safe with that. Now, Zapdos, I don't really want anything on my team to get paralyzed, so I'm just going to U-turn out. And, I think just going into the Gengar here. Just goes for Thunder, hitting the Thunder. That's pretty solid. But nothing wants to really take, I guess just Sludge Wave here would be the play. Yeah, just does more damage. Poisons it. Misses the Thunder. Okay. Gengar finally picks up its first kill of the season. I think, I'm like 90% sure that's Gengar's first kill of the season. Gengar finally gets a kill. And now what comes in here? Many firsts this battle. Just goes Silvally. I'm just gonna Focus Blast it. If I connect, I do. Gengar got a second kill of the season. Grimmsnarl. Okay. I'm just gonna go out because I don't trust. Oh, it just goes for Fire Punch. I was gonna say I did not trust Just like seeing a sucker punch there potentially could have been an issue. It goes for a bulk up. As I leech life it. I can leech life it again if it wants to try to KO me like that. Oh, I crit. That sucks. Cool. Goes Kyurem White. Not sure how much that thing does to me. But a leech life should be able to take it out. Just goes for the Draco, picking up the KO. But at -2, I don't think it's choice specs based on the way that it showed toxic. So if it just goes for at -2 against a Solgaleo. At -2, actually I do have an Akaberry, so if it goes for Earth Power, then be like kind of a 50-50 in that case. Yeah, gonna be kind of interesting to see what happens, but I'm pretty sure I should live this, like, unless I get crit. Yeah. So, could be no Ice Stab, but against a Lando, I don't see that as very likely. I'll just Psychic Fangs this thing. Just 30%, that's not enough. EQ only hits for... Yeah, I can just go into this thing now. I can Grass Knot it. How strong is Seismitoad? Or how strong is Grass Knot against Seismitoad? Cool. Enough to take it out. That's the answer that we needed to see. Heatran. No Air Balloon. Earth Power should be a clean KO. Picking up a 5-0 here, it looks like. Just have that pre-typed. So yeah, Gengar picked up 2 kills, I think. Buzzwole picked up 1, and then this thing cleaned. So yeah, pretty solid. Picking up a 5-0 dub. Definitely need it. That should help out the differential, hopefully enough so that I don't lose too bad in the last 2 weeks. I don't really like my matchup personally in either game, so it's going to be interesting to see what I have to do against those. But yeah, just I think moving to 4-2 puts us pretty high up in the league. But yeah, until next time, Jesse504 out.